Hello, we're coming to you from the Horseshoe Casino near Louisville, Kentucky. It's the 19th annual Derby City Classic. Hundreds of pool fans and pool players from around the world have come here to the Derby City for all kinds of games. Straight pool, bank pool, one pocket, 9-ball, and yes, even 10-ball. Played on this beautiful 5x10 diamond table, 20% larger than a 9-footer. This is the Diamond Bigfoot 10-ball challenge. 16 of the greatest players in the world, all competing for the $32,000 purse. Are you guys ready here at the Horseshoe for some world-class pool? Our next match is going to be a really good one between two Alexes. First up, he was the Kremlin Cup champion, European 10-ball champion, sponsored by IQ Custom Cues from Athens, Greece, Alex Kazakis. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, 9-ball world champion, Derby City all-around champion the last 2 years, sponsored by Magic Chalk, AP Lion Eyes from Toronto, Canada, the Lion, Alex Pagulayan. And ladies and gentlemen, the best in the business, our referee, Mr. Ken Schumann.
All right, gentlemen, please go ahead and lag for the first break. This is a race to 11 with a wrap-your-own format. Winner breaks with a 40-second shot clock, one extension into a wrap or a play. All ball fouls. This time, we're going to go ahead and send it upstairs to the booth to Mark Wilson. There's a Hall of Famer, Danny DiLiberto. Go ahead, guys.
What's up, pool fans? 10-ball on the 10-foot table is what? Pagulayan Kazakis on the table, Mark Wilson, Danny DiLiberto high above the table. Danny Kazakis is far less experienced, and this will be a stern way to get experience here playing Alex Pagulayan.
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy. Alex is a big heart.
Kazakis, only 25 years old.
We announce Alex as the smallest man with the biggest heart, and that's true. And he's very colorful. I'm partial to him. I won't show it during the commentary, but I pull for him all the time. He's good for pool.
Fan favorite. Everybody's favorite. He's got all the skills needed to win at world-class pool. Only pool player I ever heard of that has a maximum in snooker. Pleasant disposition, winning or losing.
You know what the maximum is, right?
147.
Yep.
Kazakis, dead center of the table, it's an unusual area to break from. 5 and 4 ball right behind the 1 ball. The one's most likely to find the side pocket. 4 ball did so. Drifted the cue ball back, then pick up a shot. Tough shot on the 1. If the 1 is frozen, you might be aggressive and try to spin it in.
I doubt it. Too tough to control where the cue ball's going.
Really tough for a right-handed player on this side of the table as well.
Right. A left-hander could reach it much better, but I think Kazakis got to. Well, he's gonna switch. He's probably amphibious.
Good decision not to force the action there. Move the 1 down by the 10.
Good shot. He got him.
Yep.
Alex has got a pretty good kick at the 1, but I'll tell you what I would try to do. Kick 2 rails under the 1, and you might make the 10. You see the billiard?
Mm-hmm.
If he tries that, he's trying to just kick the 1 in. But if he went 2 rails, would have a chance to make that 10. Very creative, but it was sitting there.
Kazakis earns the first offensive opportunity.
Yeah, he's got a thin hit in the side. Might run into the 5 ball, which would stop,
Right.
progression to the 2. But he's got to pocket it. You got to shoot it, of course.
He's a real good shot maker.
Goes in the corner, too. Well, he controlled Whitey a little bit. Pretty good.
Talked to him just before the match. He feels like the 10-foot table plays to his strengths, despite the fact that yesterday was the first time he ever even hit balls on one.
That's good. Let your opponent know.
Yeah, pleasant guy. 25 years old.
Charlie Moore to the turn of this, Charlie Moore to the turn of this.
Good shot. Billiard to 3 perfectly.
Would like to have maybe a 2-cushion position just past the 8 ball or near the 8 ball with the cue ball here. 5 and 6 near each other on the long rail.
Good shot.
Useful. Maybe just a hint the wrong angle here. I'm not sure what he has. Yeah, it's pretty straight. Cue ball wants to just trail away from the 6 just a little bit. He may top spin down. No, he's going to use draw. Maybe he can just pull it back a little bit. Good shot.
He's got a good angle now. Go from the 6 to the 7.
The little draw shot on the 5 ball provided an economy of travel for the cue ball, and that lends itself to consistency.
Just avoid the side pockets now with the cue ball. Good hit. Something pretty good here.
Yeah.
I don't think the 8 passes the 9, so you got to go to the 8 in the side, I believe. That's where he's aiming.
May have to manipulate the pocket a little bit to get the cue ball go past it because it looks pretty straight in. No problem. I don't think he can hold this shot. I think there's just enough of an angle here that you might want to go to the end rail and bounce back up. You'd rather not travel the cue ball at this stage of the rack, but I don't think it's going to lend itself. If you try to kill it, now you risk missing the 8.
I think you just go forward and hit the 9. Well, he's going to get on the 50-yard line.
Yeah, he overhit it just a little bit. And that's going to make
this is going to be tricky now. Unless he banks the 9.
I don't think that's good. 5x10, and it's off angle. I think he's going to go for the cut. The cue ball may collide with the 10 on this shot, so he'll be a little bit at the mercy of how the 9 enters the pocket in regards to how the 10 lands with the cue ball later on. Yeah, he's going to second guess this. Still has his extension, 40-second shot clock. We're down to 10. It automatically transfers. You don't even have to call it. You get 1 per rack, and this would be the proper time to use it.
He's in a tough spot here.
Well, you just got to shoot. You're going to have to rely on what he does best, and that's shot making. Yep. Now, Alex Feels like maybe this is almost a free chance here. Thought that he was going to
Sort of
lose the
is.
rack.
You know, anytime the other guy's shooting and he's getting to the 9 and you get an inning, it is a free chance. He's going to pop this in and draw the ball. Pretty straight.
Yeah, very straight. This is a pretty shot if he executes it.
Yeah, he might draw and hit the 10.
You'd have to accept that because there's just no choice. You can't try to finesse this in any way. Slow backswing is his trademark when he's playing well. There it is.
Tough situation. He didn't get position anyway, but it would have gone differently if he made the 9.
Right, he cut the 9 to the right, so the cue ball went a little bit to the left.
I like 3 cushion on this shot. Drawing the ball is dangerous because you can find a pocket with the cue ball.
Well, plus you'd have to hit a work
He's
drive.
drawing it. I like going forward.
This is his kind of a specialty type shot, however.
I don't know about that.
Okay, well, we'll see how it comes out.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he's a shot maker. He needs to win this match. He's going to have to rely on that. Tremendous shot on the 9 to get position for a routine 10. Kazakis 1, Pagulayan 0. Kazakis will not have the luxury of avoiding becoming a shot maker in this match. One, the table will try you, but also you have to hang with Alex, who's going to be very sound tactically and play good positions. You're just going to have to outshoot him.
Second rack, Alex K breaks.
Rack number 2, 5 and 4, right behind the head ball, the 1 ball. Most players avoid going dead center of the table, and in so doing, they try to take one of the side pockets out of harm's way as far as scratching goes. Kazakis, the only player I've seen break dead center. Controlled the cue ball well.
Made a ball. Made another one. He made 2 balls. He's got a decent shot on the 1.
Right. Tough position. For me, I send the cue ball right into the 210 here, and at a speed that they kind of hang out together down there. I don't think introducing side spin.
Is that what you would do, Mark?
That's exactly what I would do. How about you?
I'm glad you're doing commentary instead. No, I would try to go at the 2, of course.
That's what I said, the 2 or the 10, where the cue ball comes right down the center of the table with top spin and not introduce side spin to try to, it adds difficulty to pocketing the ball.
Position is a little tricky here.
Yeah, and just rely on speed and hope for the best.
He did what you said, and he got rewarded.
Still a thin back cut, and he's going to need a bridge to reach this because the cue ball is so far past the center of the table. Even a tall player has trouble reaching this one. He put
But
in the
he's
extension.
got to be happy getting this.
Oh, that's
Because it was tricky position.
right. Tremendous result.
This is acceptable.
This plays right into his wheelhouse of strength as far as just relying on shot making anyway.
Going 2 rails to the 5 in the side, I believe. Oh,
Good
he
shot.
ran into something, but he got to the 5.
Yeah, you can try to manipulate the cue ball. The difficulty of pocketing that ball was significant enough that you just had to rely on what you end up with. Just try to govern the speed. Now this is kind of funny because if you hit it hard, you can collide the cue ball into the 6. But then how you turn out on the 6 is dictated by how the 5 enters the pocket, which side of the pocket, center, right, left. He's examining that. The one thing you have to do is have dogged determination that you do pocket the 5 here and not get distracted 10% of your brain on the 6. So be committed to the shot. Okay. That's a very favorable result. Nice angle to transfer to the 7.
Nothing wrong with this.
No, that's probably optimum from where you've been.
What's he going to do, draw 2 rails?
I think he's no, I wouldn't think he would take that on. It's either stun and go 1 rail or just try to hold it.
Well, he looked like he was going to hit it low, go 2 rails to the 8.
Yeah, he does too.
That's what he's doing.
He ended up hitting
No.
higher than he aimed, and he just stunned it across. That's probably the optimum shot given the angle he had.
Yeah, he's good here. This is the battle of the Alexes.
Yeah, it's a good, tough run out there.
Yeah. Looks like Alex is in a little bit of a war here. Alex Pagulayan, that is.
And the break and run out here expands the lead 2 games to 0. Alex Pagulayan had one tough, long, straight-in 9 ball that he had to draw back to get on the 10, and that's been the extent of his errors. You know, people that come all the way from Greece and then put in $1,000 to play a single elimination tournament, they're serious about it, no doubt.
Round 3, Alex King breaks. He leads 2-0.
Here we are heading into rack 3. Kazakis at the table and breaking, leading 2-0. Dead center of the head string. 5 and 8 right behind the 1 ball. Those are the balls that go to the side pocket. The low 5 ball dropped in. Will he be blessed with a shot? Looks like he will be.
Well, once again, tough shot, tough position.
Kazakis' countryman has now entered the arena. Nikos Economopoulos, his countryman watching, cheering him on. Economopoulos was the victim of Jayson Shaw's terrific match last night, which he played a 931. Well, the question is, do I use a little left English on this, or do I just use topspin and go right at the 9?
Yeah, you just got to make the ball. I don't think English will help you.
No, the English would be to get position on the 2 rather
I know,
than just
but it doesn't
right.
look like that'll help you get position either. The main thing is don't miss.
And he pay heed to Danny. Might
And
have
he
had
got
just a
good
hint.
on it too.
I think he had a hint of left on there to get the cue ball for where it's landed
Yeah,
now.
he did. Just a hair left. Not enough to make the shot tougher, but to get position. He fell on the ball pretty well, but I think he's going to have to accept a long shot on the 3 now. He's got to go past the 10.
He's winding up like he can go to the end rail and then bounce maybe a second rail and to get closer to the 3.
Hell, it was a good shot. Look at this.
Beautiful. Yeah, he's executing. We broadcast his match together at the U.S. Open, and there he showed us that he is a tremendous ball pocketer.
Who was he playing?
Well,
You don't remember, but it's all right. Not important. I remember now.
he was playing another countryman.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who it was. It was another guy from Greece, but it was not Economopoulos. But I've forgotten who the man's name is, so sorry about that. But I do remember that match. That it was unusual that they drew each other. It was a 148 player field, and somehow they flew over, and the 3 of them, and 2 of them drew each other. So. All ball fouls, too, I might mention, if you see Ken Schumann nosing around, making sure everything's good.
Well, he got pretty good on this ball.
Yeah, what he said, he really wasn't intimidated by the 10-foot table. He felt confident about it pre-match. And
I remember him now in the U.S. Open. I don't remember if he won or lost. Do you?
No, I don't. I remember it was a pretty close match. I believe he won, however.
Pretty good.
Yeah, real good.
He can go right 1 rail now. Play the 9 in the same pocket. .50-yard line. I guess it goes in both pockets.
Oh, the 9 ball, you mean?
Yeah.
I think he's going to introduce a little bit of left English and just ease the 8 ball into the side, play the 9 in the corner pocket as the cue ball just trickles off the rail in this fashion.
Got good.
This will just be kind of a stop, stun. Just move the cue ball a little bit to the right or forward just a hair. Oh, beautiful. Straight in on the 10. This would be his 2nd consecutive break and run out. That all stemmed from that long, tough 9 ball that he had to draw all the way back to get to the 10 ball and the other
He's playing
rail.
pretty well.
Excellent. Yeah, this is his skill set. Offensive excellence. 3-0 is our score.
And Alex has had 1 chance, and it was not much of a chance. Alex is a little concerned here.
This is rack 4. Alex K breaks. He leads 3-0.
Okay, Kazakis back to the center of the table. This time it's the 4 and the 8 ball, right behind the head ball. Cue ball drifts back to the 1. 4 found the side pocket. Shot on the 1. Life is good for Alex Kazakis. He's on a 2 consecutive break and run out duration at the table. Switching around left-handed, Danny.
Yeah. I think that's a big plus.
Did a great job with that opposite-handed.
You're right. Does he have an angle? He's got a little bit.
Not much. He's going to
No,
have to
you're
be
right.
he's looking at just as if he draws it back, he's not going to be able to get the cue ball close to the 3 without assuming quite a bit of risk. So he's looking at what would the angle be if I just accepted the longer position.
Yeah, I'll get back and shoot between the middle of the 10 and 9.
Oh, that's a good
Did
shot.
it very well.
That's a good shot. 5 ball. I don't know if he can stop the cue ball or just barely drift it to the right. That would be a very productive shot if he could.
I think he's got to just stop it there and take the cut on the 5.
All right.
That'll be good enough.
Perfect.
Really good.
Very compact swing, too, on this guy, which contributes to accuracy. You don't see a whole lot of up and down movement with his back arm.
Boy, he played close position there.
Yeah, it turned out perfect. I think he can draw one rail around the 8 ball, come at the 7. But you hate to put the cue ball quite that close because so many funny things. If it's just an inch further closer to the long rail, or it's easy to get in trouble when you're that close. Well, he was able to draw on the other side.
Good shot.
Yeah, real good shot. Going across the narrow position zone approach rather than around and at the 7. He was going across it, but perfect speed control. I think he's just going to pull the cue ball back 6 inches and just take what he has. Winding up like he's going to draw it to the long rail. Yeah, he is. Good control with that shot as well. Well done. Work the cue ball another foot and a half closer to the 8 with that shot as opposed to just stopping or just barely moving it. Now he has a little bit the wrong angle. I have to play the 9 in a different corner pocket
It
than he
goes
was
in both
anticipating.
pockets, so he's all right.
Oh, he's accepting. Okay, so now he's going to play a conservative route. Just move the cue ball over to its left 4 inches and stop there. Went for the side pocket. Got in between.
Perfect.
No, he's in between. Not perfect. He's going to have a lot of travel with the cue ball. Either need to go back another foot or stop a foot shorter.
You don't want to just pocket the ball and take a little bit of a long shot on the 10?
Oh, you mean follow it across the table? Yeah, that'd be okay.
That'll be good.
If you know you're not going to scratch in that side, that's the thing.
Well, it's going past the side,
Yeah.
I think. Get past the side and take the shot on the 10.
So he's going to try to come around 3 rails.
No, he looks that way because he aims low and then he changes it the final stroke. I don't think he's going to do anything spectacular. I wouldn't. Just make the ball and take the shot. No, he did that. Did it very well, too.
Gorgeous shot. Yeah, that definitely emboldens you when you hit the shot just the way you want. That increases your
Perfect.
confidence. This would be a 3rd consecutive break and run out and a great start to the match. And 4-0 is our score.
Isn't it funny? Jason did this stuff, and it was more spectacular than this, right?
Well, it's early. I mean, this guy.
I know, but I'm just talking about, you know,
Yeah.
now he's playing very well.
Well, he's playing 9.52 at the moment. I think that probably means he's made one mistake then. I guess it was in the first game
Yeah.
when he missed that ball, trying to billiard the 10 with the cue ball. Yeah, he wasn't whistling by the graveyard when he said he wasn't threatened by the 10-foot table. He felt comfortable here.
So far, he was telling the truth.
And 40 balls pocketed, 2 errors. I think Pagulayan's only visited the table one time.
Alex looks a little bit somber.
This time it's the 6-ball and 5-ball. 6-ball being the ball that he's made the most often of, the side pocket. Once again, 6-ball finds the pocket.
He's got position, too.
The cue ball and the 1-ball keep drifting back together. A wide open layout here. Now, by no means is this routine. He's going to have to start off making a pretty good shot to even get the cue ball near the 2.
Yeah, the 2 is sitting a little bit tough from here. I mean, could he draw it?
I don't think so. I think he's got a little hint the wrong angle. He's winding up as if that's what he's going to do. Powerful stroke, too. Yeah, oh. Thought he pulled the trigger and started moving his body, but he's second-guessing. You hate to play a cross-corner bank here. You know, that's pretty darn risky.
I like that because it's automatic position, and it's pretty easy bank.
If
But
there
he
is such a
probably
thing.
doesn't play one pocket.
Well, if there is such a thing on the 5x10, an easy bank. But anyway, yeah, probably a more routine bank. But I think he's going to go with the power stroke because that plays right into his strengths.
He's going to run into the 5.
You can scratch on this ball straight back in the corner, too. Yeah,
He drew it, but not enough.
no.
I think he's got a window. He does. He has a little cut on the 2.
Well, I'm not sure what he was actually going for. He didn't hit it hard enough to get down. Oh, maybe he was just trying to get past the 5.
He's got a cut and position if he can make it. Well, we'll find out if he is a shot maker, because this is a good shot. Pretty good shot.
Wow. Tremendous.
Look at this.
He stayed still. He wasn't and didn't have a display of angst about the outcome of the shot.
I shoot the 3 and billiard the
7.
7, because I don't think that'll hurt you. You're going to have position.
I think he's going to cut it in the corner and just drift the cue ball across. Not even try to play any of that. Let's roll it in.
That's what he did. And he got good.
Well, I think he needs to draw the cue ball back into the same vicinity he's at now. That's the line he's looking on.
Well, the thing is, he doesn't have to play position from the 5.
Good shot. Now, at some point, mental fatigue takes a toll here because it requires 100% concentration on every ball here, and he's on an extended period at the table. Hit the heart of the pocket there. Good tenacity and strength. There was no letdown. He just top spin out. Check his angle here.
Yeah, he's playing pretty well.
These are the games you can't let slip away, though. Even though you have the lead, you cannot let the likes of Pagulayan get back in there. Yeah, very good job here. A tremendous display of execution. 4 consecutive break and runouts. Our score now 5-0 Kazakis over Pagulayan. Pagulayan is taking a break, or is it Kazakis? I don't think
you could take a break
Yeah.
when it's not your inning.
Okay. All right, everybody, we're going to take a brief intermission. We'll be right back. Welcome aboard, everybody. We are back from a brief intermission. Ken Schumann polishes the cue ball. Kazakis on a 4 consecutive rack break and run out spree, leading 5-0.
Everybody, appreciate your patience. This is rack number 6. Alex K. breaks and leads 5-0.
Here we go. Made a ball. Gonna get another shot. He's made quite a few of these intermediate type shots and handled them effortlessly, really. That's what I would consider this, because position's a little bit of a trying circumstance as well as the shot is missable.
Well, he's going to need a little right-hand English shooting the 1, get to the 2. Yeah, he's going to be on his extension.
And this is a good point to use the extension. This is a pivotal moment in this rack. Get past this circumstance. Pure. Great
he
shot.
didn't use right-handing. He used left. And
No, he used a little left. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
He's got a shot at the 2, but it's not a great one. But I think He gets 3-rail position to the 3.
Almost the same type of a circumstance he just shot from, just the opposite way. Wow.
Well, he finally missed. He snookered Alex.
Well, that was a heck of an inning at the table there.
Yeah, he deserves some applause for that.
Yeah, really.
I remember Johnson City, Tom Cosmo played exhibition, and right now he would say, "Don't applaud, you'll raise dust." Rail first. He's got a shot.
Come around 3 rails. Good shot. Alex is thinking giddy on up there. And the crowd responds.
You know, Pagulayan is a fighter.
Yeah, this match is a long way from over, despite the fact that it's 5-0. Scratches his head, determining how he wants to approach the 7-ball. Use draw and just accept a longer shot. He could try to go top spin to the end rail.
I think he can go forward 3 rails with a hair right-hand English. He's playing it in the corner. And making it. Good shot.
Yeah, that's his nature, making the balls.
Now he's got tricky position to the 8. Got to hit 2 rails. Oh, he's getting his bridge out.
Extension, no bridge. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's a bad shot.
Yeah, that wasn't even close. See, something
gonna be
wiggled or
fatal.
give or-
I don't like the way he was handling the bridge.
No, did not look like a snooker player handling the bridge, that's for sure, because you have to become adept at that to be a top flight snooker player.
Good shot. Good choice.
Yeah. Well, Kazakis looks like he has plenty of experience. He's making good decision after good decision, and then supported by tremendous execution.
He's got just a stop shot here.
(6-0) now is our score. Kazakis doing everything right. Kazakis is clearly a very talented performer. He's displaying execution capacity beyond his years.
Track 7, now it's K breaks, 6-0.
Yeah, Alex Pagulayan didn't look too happy there.
Well, he's had 2 visits to the table. He missed a long straight in tough 9 with draw, and then he missed a tough shot with bridge. Six ball looks like it's going to find the range. Does. Cue ball drifted forward. Tough shot on the 1.
Yeah, I call it a no shot.
I kind of feel like he's going to play it. I kind of feel like he's going to play offense from here.
You think he's going to cut at it?
I do.
Well, his wrist should be pretty loose. He's winning 6-0.
Well, the way he's surveying the table, maybe he's not going to. I think he would like to play safe. I don't think he sees a routine way to play safe. Is he looking at kicking underneath it? Believe so.
That would be pretty creative.
Kick and stick type of shot.
I think that would be the way to go here. I don't like him trying to cut it in because once again, position will be tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you hate to take on a tough shot like this and then not end up winning. If you succeed, now he's called push out. Pagulayan has issued it back.
Make it perpendicular, it looks like. I think he got him.
Yeah, it looks like it. Alex comes to the table scratching his head. Now Alex is going to have to make something happen from long range here. Let's cut across the top of the 1 ball. Let the cue ball come across the other side of the table. Hit it too thin. Yep. Did not double kiss. Ended up being pretty good.
Yeah, right now Pagulayan needs a lot of good things to happen. Good safe doesn't get 6 games back. That enters the player's mind.
Kick, an illegal shot.
He didn't leave much.
No.
Alex will probably shoot. The ball goes in the far left-hand corner.
Yeah, at some point you have to be a shot maker.
Well, this is the point.
Boy, this is tough, though. Jacked up. It's on 1 toe.
1 rail position to the 2.
Oh, he didn't
He
get there
snookered
either.
himself.
Good call. He made a real nice shot, but fell short on the position.
That was the path to go for position, but he had to shoot it much harder. Good hit. He's not going to like it. Kazakis is back to the table shooting.
Looks like the 3 might slightly impede him. I can't tell.
I
Maybe
don't-
not.
I don't
Maybe.
think so.
Okay, yeah, that view. One view looks like it does, and the other view looks like it doesn't. So I'm going to go with the fact that it doesn't.
Especially if you look at the body language and Kazakis.
Right.
He's going to pound this in and hit the side rail.
Christian Young, table 39, you're on the clock. Christian Young, table 39.
Oh, yeah.
He did the opposite. He
Great.
drew the ball. And he got perfect. Hey, he's got a good angle to get to the 4 in the side.
Probably just play position for the 7 in the furthest corner pocket. Down the long rail.
Yeah, he's got the angle to go there. Aim at the 8, 1 rail.
Mm-hmm. Anything in between the 7 and 8 would be great.
Well, a little short. I don't think I would shoot this.
Yeah, I also understand you hate to give away a game right now.
I wouldn't shoot it. Just bank it 2 rails. Maybe you'll get him with the 10. But he looks like he's shooting. No. 2 rail in it. No, he's... Wow.
He is a powerful shot maker, Danny.
Oh, I see that now.
Yeah,
That was a tough shot.
yeah.
I didn't like it because the position wasn't there. But, oh, Alex, he don't look happy at all.
That's a nice intermediate stroke right there.
He's going to shoot the 9 and the 10 in the same pocket. He got the perfect angle to do that. Balls are going right in clean, too,
Oh,
Mark.
they are. Yeah. This kid's a shooter, no doubt about it. 7-0 is the score. Kazakis. Dominating performance
Well,
thus
if
far.
this were a football game, Alex would only need a touchdown.
Yes. With the extra point.
Or if it's the end of the game, you go for 2.
That's a nice stat right there. 60 balls pocketed, 4 mistakes on a 5x10 with tight pockets.
Yeah, you always say it. The guy who makes the most balls usually wins.
Yeah, any form of pool you want to play. It doesn't matter if it's straight pool, 1 pocket, banks, rotation, 9 ball, 10 ball.
Track number 8, Alex Van breaks, leads 7-0.
We don't really even know. Pagulayan hasn't had enough opportunity to let us see how he's playing.
Well, Mark, what does that IQ mean on that one? See it?
No, I don't. What do you mean?
Right
Where?
under his chin on the shirt.
Oh,
It says IQ.
oh, is it maybe a sponsor or something? No, I don't know. Didn't even see the IQ. squares up the rack nicely. A couple balls, finds the pocket. Is he going to get a
Controls
shot?
the cue ball.
Well, he's at least going to be able to hit the one. I don't know if he
Yeah.
can cut it in or not.
I
3
don't
balls
think-
on the break, yeah.
I can't tell if he has a cut.
Well, it's definitely borderline. You walk down to look at it as if it's a cut.
Well, if he can cut it in, I think you got to hit the 2. I don't like going up and down. He looks like he's shooting it.
Yeah. He's going up and down.
Well, he made me a liar.
Wow.
Look, he got pretty good, too.
Oh, boy. Real good. Where he started from.
Well, he is a shot maker.
7-0 our score. All Alex Kazakis in this match.
That's another Alex sitting in the front row. You know Russian Alex?
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
He
I
comes
didn't.
to the tournaments. He sponsors players.
Brett Underwood to the tournament desk, please. Brett Underwood.
Well, what's going on here? He's measuring over on the long rail as if he's going to try to spin the cue ball around. This is really taking on a shot here because he's got to go around the clutter in the middle of the table to get on the 3 in the same pocket he's going to play the 2. No, he went inside spin. Great hit. Yeah, he deserves that.
Yeah,
Wasn't that a shot, Danny?
great shot.
I think he's going to play the 4 in the same pocket.
Yeah,
that
he
the
does have
3.
that angle.
And trying to be cute and go underneath or soft roll it to play the 4 on the side. I don't think that's that. I don't think
Too
that's
much
suitable.
angle. Too much angle. He's going to play the 4 in the same pocket. If he doesn't make the cue ball, good speed. Well, he's not doing anything wrong, Mark.
If he gets these last 4 balls, I mean, he's really putting a super hurting on Alex Pagulayan's chances to even come back a little bit.
Worse than that. Alex has got a whole tournament yet, and he might not have confidence. He loses 11-0, right?
Yeah, I don't know. They could play another set and Pagulayan could win it, but right now it's all Kazakis. I don't think at this level he knows he's only had 2 innings at the table, or maybe 3. It hasn't been much.
Well, he must have impressed somebody somewhere because they predicted he would win the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
What a prediction that is.
Yeah, you got to be a heck of a player to even think about winning the U.S. Open. Look at that perfect position. Yeah, he's really been dialed in from the very start.
Got to roll forward a little bit.
I think he's going to try to stun it across, isn't he?
I
Or am
don't think
wrong?
so.
No, maybe not. Yeah.
I think he rolls forward. I mean, he looks like he's hitting the cue ball low, but he goes up. Yeah, you roll forward on this, I believe. No, you were right. I didn't think he had any angle to do that.
Well, yeah,
This guy is a great player, Mark.
He had another break and run out. That's his 5th one of the match. 8-0 the score.
Well, don't put the camera on Alex Pagulayan right now, because I don't want to see him again.
You know, sitting on the sidelines, you realize even if you're playing well, it's going to be very difficult to be the guy that shows no willingness to miss at all. So now you're relying on, because about the only way you can get this many games back is you have to rely on playing well yourself and then get some extra chances along the way. and they're not likely to come by. As the player, you can't think like that. You just got to be studying up for your next inning, what you intend to do.
Right.
You can only win one game at a time.
That's
So
how you got to think. Just play every game now like it's the winner.
you have to avoid thinking of your circumstance or the way the guy is playing. You can't be a fan at that point. 4 and 8, right behind the head ball, and finding the side pockets with some regularity. 8 ball did. Cue ball parked up.
2 ball went in.
Yeah, somewhat tough shot on the 1.
Oh, I don't think he's going to be cut at this one.
Well,
Got to play it safe, but I can't predict this guy because I don't know him.
and he's shot in a couple of those already. But yeah, I agree. This looks very, very challenging. He's down looking at it though.
Oh, I don't think you could cut at this, even if you're Kazakis. No, I think he's cutting at it. The way he got down there, it looked like he was going to shoot.
Yeah, that's kind of how he's over here looking at it, like he's intending to cut at it.
Yeah, he's cutting at this, Mark. Definitely. Hit the paint. He did.
What a shot.
Yeah, and he got to the 3.
What a shot. Now, good news, he can just stop the 3.
Oh, the rest of the balls are in.
Well, let's not quite give him that far.
Well, from what he's done so
yeah,
far.
no, absolutely right.
Yeah. You wouldn't bet against him running out here, would you?
Not at all. Oh, he looks good.
He was trying to see where to get on the 6,
right.
but
Yeah, he's
anywhere you get is good.
well, but it plays better when you get where you intended to get. You feel more confident, even though either way you could make it and it's about the same difficulty. But when you play for it as opposed to randomly get it, psychologically, it helps you.
A rare miss.
Oh, a rare miss. That's the first one I remember this set.
You wouldn't expect that. That was kind of a shock.
No. He's made it look so routine, you know, you forget this is a 10-foot table, and if you have any hiccup in your psyche at all, you easily give away a game. Now, this is not an easy shot for Alex. I'm not saying he cannot make it. I don't mean it like that, but I'm just saying it's not just a straightforward routine type of a
Not
shot.
a gimme. But, you know, he didn't give up.
Oh, no. Well, you said it beforehand. This is a guy, he's small in stature and big in heart. You don't get to be Alex Pagulayan because you get behind and quit matches mentally. There are top players that do, however, and it's amazing to me. I was never blessed with the talent to be able to just quit in matches. Despite the fact it might have looked like I did.
You're being modest, Mark. You were a good player. But you're a better commentator.
I think I found my niche.
Yeah.
All right, Pagulayan capitalizes on the unforced error here. He's going to
Well,
wind
he's
up,
going to make
sure.
some gyrations when he makes this. Watch, he's not just going to make it and be quiet.
And there it is, 8-1.
Oh, he's not smiling. Not the Alex I'm used to seeing.
Yeah, 8-0 takes a lot of it out of you. Yeah, well, he knows he's in a dogfight for sure now. He's going to have some good luck. There's the rack track.
Huh.
Not very many people that we know can say I beat Alex Pagulayan 8 games in a row of 10 ball on a 10-foot table. Well, let's see if Alex can generate a little offense from the break here.
Speed breaking. Alex K leads 8-1.
Just barely right at dead center of the table. 6 and 7 right behind the 1. Six ball. Now is Alex going to get a shot on the 1 ball? He is not. He gets an obstruction. That's the joy of pool. Get the break good. The other guy gets a shot every single time, it seems like, and you need to generate something and get this. You have to start off with a safety battle.
Yeah, that's all he's got. He definitely doesn't have a shot. Suicidal, and he opened up the balls. Terrible. But in all fairness, he could have had a run out if the balls cooperated.
Right, could have had a
Instead,
chance.
he tried to play it safe, and he opened up the one thing that was a problem.
Right.
Don't want to hit the 3. And he didn't.
Looks like the cue ball naturally wants to go between the 9 and 10, so he can come out 2 cushions. He's looking at just playing it the long way.
I don't blame him. Why gamble on getting safe? The 4 is near a pocket. You can make it from far away. Yeah, I wouldn't try to gamble and get close. Good enough.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot there. He did get a little bit closer. I kind of like the 2 cushion route here. But maybe not. Maybe he wants to play at 1 rail. I think I kind of fancy the 2 cushions. End rail, side rail, in between the 7 and 5.
50-yard line.
I think he's okay. I think.
Oh, of
handle
course
this.
he's okay. He's winning 8-1. That makes everything a little easier.
Yeah.
Hill, we would have talked a little more.
During your career, Danny, did you ever have anyone that was like an Achilles heel for you that you just couldn't beat?
Say that again?
During your playing career,
Yeah.
did you ever have an opponent that was just like an Achilles heel, like you just never could get past
The
them?
slow players were tough to beat. I had trouble beating Varner. Varner was deliberate, look at everything before you shoot, very slow. I had trouble with slow players. But then Varner, I played him in the National 8-ball title finals, and I beat him. So that made up for all the other ones he beat me. Not that he beat me a lot. I knew that when you're playing a slow player, don't let him get up too much. Like Hopkins was slow. I had trouble with him, but if I ran a lot of balls right away, he didn't get chances. And it's stuck in me because slow players aggravate me.
Right.
Right. I don't even
Yeah.
play anymore, but they aggravate me. I don't think they're good for the fans. And if they're top players, they shouldn't take that long. You're supposed to know what you're doing.
Kazakis has a little challenge here in front of him. Gonna back cut the 9 into the side pocket, try to drift the cue ball to the end rail and back up.
I think he can hit the side rail. Well, I don't know. He might have to draw it to do that.
You know,
Anyway, it's tricky.
the other thing about the slow players that you mentioned,
Yeah.
they're also guys that don't miss balls, which makes them extra difficult. You know, a slow player that misses a lot is probably not too bad for you.
Yeah, really. The balls, the ones that shot straight and played fast didn't bother me. Perfect. People appreciate it.
Yeah, he wants to definitely take this home and give away a game here. He takes a moment, takes a big sigh of breath. He re-examines the angle that he has. Well, that's 9. He's on the hill. Get on the hill. I will not ask you for the math, but everybody can figure it out for themselves. We just got a text here. Chris Costello says, I love your co-commentator. He's my spirit animal.
Who said that?
Chris Costello. She's from Melling. Big pool fan. But we never foresaw this match going in this direction at all, did we?
I was just thinking of that. The betting line would have been Alex. He feels bad right now.
Yeah, we're so used to seeing him just flourish in this environment here on the TV arena table. And I cannot remember the last time I saw him get manhandled by anybody.
Back 11, Alex K. breaks.
Whoever forecast this guy to possibly win the U.S. Open would be spot on. Five and 9, right behind the 1. Spy ball got kissed out. I don't know. Is anything going to find the pocket? Doesn't look like it. 3, 4, 5. Nothing. Dry break. Open table. Oop. Sorry about that. Bumped my headset. You heard a shocking blow?
Well, the 4 is a little tricky. I mean, the 1 to the
Yep.
2, no problem. To 3, the 4 is going to be the stopper.
Alex has been such a tough player for so long. We were talking yesterday while he was practicing on the 10-foot table about back in the early days of his career when he was 17. He used to come to the Camel Tour. You had to be 21 years old to play in the Camel Tour. So Alex would sit outside the tournament room and compete with all the top pros for big cash, to the point where the big pros quit playing Alex Pagulayan when he was 17. But he couldn't get in the tournament.
Yeah, you get the feeling he's been around forever, and he's only, I think, about 36.
Yeah, he's still young. He's in his mid-30s. I thought it was 37 or 38, but
Could
you
be.
might be right. He's right in that vicinity. Very cheerful guy. Love having him around.
What do you do here?
Well,
Play the billiard?
I think he's playing the 4 off the rail
Oh,
into
yeah,
the
he's
8.
got room. He's got room.
He would like to, he would like to play it in this fashion because now it clears that pocket for the 6 next, but he didn't get all the way down. Yeah, trouble. So now he's going to have to play the 6 in the opposite corner pocket that he was thinking of, or play for a bank shot. It's not easy to get position on any of this, unless he can try to slow roll it in. He's slow rolling it? No, good judgment.
I'll tell
Good
you,
judgment.
that is good judgment when you're losing
Yeah.
9-1. Tough to play safe when you're getting killed.
Right, and you want to force the action.
You want to get every game you could win now, but you know safety isn't going to do it.
Even if he's slightly left a shot here, it's still good judgment whether the execution was all the way there or not.
He left the shot, but it's no bargain.
I'm not even sure he has a shot. He can probably hit the edge of it. Oh, no, he does have a shot. I see
yeah.
here on our...
And if the
Overhead.
9, he's going to draw the ball.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, forget this. This
Super
ball-
shot.
When you shoot down, the cue ball's hopping.
He played safe and used good judgment as well. Yeah, no cheap innings here. You will be earning your way. So 2 very heady plays here. And the lack of experience for Kazakis that we alluded to in the preliminary part of the match has proven to be entirely wrong. Last October, when we watched him in the U.S. Open, he did not show this maturity. He showed the propensity for shot making, but he did not show the judgment regarding the tactical side of the game. So he's improved over the last 6-8 months.
Well, that's what I always wonder about. Who do you improve from in Greece? Are there players with knowledge? But I used to ask the same question about the Filipinos. But they had a player that they all learned from. Who did they have in Greece?
Well, we just know the 3 players. I'm sure there's others too, but we know there's 3 good players there.
Well, he could cut at this ball, but how do you get to the next ball? Cue
Yeah,
ball's
he'd
going to
have
be
to slow
flying.
roll it. Looks like he's trying to play safe. No, he's cutting at it.
He's overcutting it.
That was a good way to miss. Or maybe he played it this way.
Could be. Position was tough, so that might be what he did. Protecting that lead.
Oh, yeah. He's not giving Alex anything to work with here.
Another good hit.
Super shot. Super shot.
He left a similar shot again.
Fairly interesting exchange going on at the moment.
I think this time you shoot straight on and stop the whitey. Unless he overcuts it again. That's what he did. Got him again.
It's just a good tactical pool here. It's not fun being behind 9-1, and every time you come to the table, this is what you look at.
You're right.
Look at Alex. Scratching, clawing,
Another
fighting.
good shot.
Yeah. That's what I'm
He
saying.
left an edge. That's all he left. He can't make this ball.
I don't even think he can get to the edge. If he does, the scratch is in play.
You're right, unless he hits the paint.
Yeah. Well, you had a portion of it, Danny. I can look on the big screen
Yeah,
here.
he can hit it. Can he hit it thin enough to not go in the pocket?
No, it looks like he can hit it thick enough to not go in the pocket.
You're right. He drew the ball.
Now, how's it going to turn out?
How do you think?
Wow. Wow. Alex has got a rail first on the 5, but the 5 is so far from the pocket.
He might make this.
No, he needs to play for it.
He made it.
What a shot. What a great safety exchange, and what a shot to come up with. And it was all by design. Each one of those shots played to perfection. I mean, you certainly can't fault Kazakis as any part of his efforts.
He can go one rail to the 8. The side rail doesn't count.
Beautiful shot.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Alex can't reach this one. He should have drank his milk when he was young. That's all I can tell him.
Yeah, he could have been as big as one of the other Filipinos.
All the best players are short, though. This is going to be a heck of a game to win here because he suffered the disadvantage many particular innings coming to the table.
But
Fought
knowing
and
this
clawed.
guy, he's not dead yet.
Yeah, clearly. Look at the fight that he put up with. Kazakis never did make a mistake. Alex came up with a great rail first shot. That he made it look like it's just supposed to go in there, and that's
He's
hard
laughing.
to do.
That's Alex.
Yeah, of course. He knows that that was a tough game to win. It buys himself a little leeway. We're going to get a second look at Kazakis' great safety here. Hit thick, banked it down. Speed, it was a little bit out of his control, but it turned out great because he put himself in a position where it could turn out great. And Alex went rail first, pocketed the 5-ball.
12. Alex the Lion breaks. Trails 9-2.
All right, Pagulayan breaking. 6 and 9 right behind the 1. He needs to generate some offense from here. He cannot duel every rack like he did in the last rack. Expect to come out of this. They have to win some games where Kazakis gets very little opportunity.
Yeah, he needs some runouts.
Is he even a dry break? I think so.
Yeah.
And an open 1-ball. Oh boy. Poor Alex. Things are not cooperating at all.
Yeah.
Here's our shot. Alex Pagulayan, rail first. Look at the hit. Did not even rub the rail on the way in. He hit it so pure.
Great shot.
Kazakis has just a hint of the wrong angle. Not enough of it that it allows the cue ball to easily transfer. I think we're going to see a power draw shot here.
Well, he's got an angle, but I don't know if he can go forward and not hit anything.
It looks like he is going forward. He's going to stun it down then. It'll just be a half draw with power. Boy.
He doesn't like it.
Oh, he should.
Well, now he does, but at first he didn't.
Oh.
His body language said he didn't like it, but
Yeah. Well, that was
I
a
thought
nice
he
hit.
thinks he was going to hit the 9. Well, he's got to draw the ball here.
You know, the 3 major events here, Danny, it goes bank pool, 1 pocket, and 9-ball. Do you know of any player that's won all 3 of those events over the years?
Not at the same tournament.
No, not
Over
at
the years they did.
Well, there's only been 1. He happens to be playing on this match right now.
Who, Alex?
Yeah, Alex Pagulayan. In the whole history of the Derby, 19 times, no one's ever won all 3 of those at any time. You know, certainly not in the same year. Although there's been a number of dual winners. Cue ball looks to be a little out of his control. Went past the side pocket. Does he have it in the corner? Looks like he may.
He's got it in the right-hand corner. I don't know about that straight-in corner.
I think he needs it in the straight-in corner as opposed to back-cutting it, so, yeah.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah.
He definitely has it. Position is not easy.
Yeah, you won't do much for position. You'll just go to the long rail and bounce out just a little bit, just so you don't have to bridge off the rail. Missed a ball.
He's showing human traits.
Yes. Maybe just a hint fast on the transition from backswing to foreswing there. Like
Well, I hate to say it because I don't want to take away from his performance, but I got a feeling he was playing kind of over his head.
Well, it's much improved since we saw him at the U.S. Open, that's for sure. And he was clearly a good player then, but he's got some experience now. Definitely a force to be reckoned with on the world scene of pool. He can play like this.
Yeah, I was thinking that earlier. I was saying, well, Derby City has come with another superstar. Good hit, Alex.
No,
He didn't get him.
Hopefully he can't shoot straight at it and bank at this. 'Cause
He could. He's got a bank here.
if he can see it straight on, yeah, Alex will really be disappointed. He's taking his time, though. He's measuring it up, so I don't know if it's a straight on bank or not. Yeah, I guess it is. Looks to be taking it on. Can't blame him either.
Well, it was double banking.
Yeah, and the cue ball got in the way, so things are starting to tip a little bit towards Alex's favor, Alex Pagulayan. Both players named Alex, so try to differentiate.
Well, he's got a cut at this. It's no hanger, but he's got a shot. I don't think he could spin it forward 2 rails. Oh, that's not bad.
No, it's good. There's a lot of ways it could have turned out poorly. This was not one of them.
He still only needs a touchdown.
Well, like you said, he's definitely not dead. There's been quite a period of time that if you were to name the top 5 players in the entire world all around and you don't have Pagulayan's name in there, you're just wrong.
Especially if you throw snooker in there. Good shot, good position.
Third win for Pagulayan. 9-3 is our score. Couple hard-fought games for Pagulayan. Kind of claw his way back into this match. Starting to get a little momentum. That's the first occasion that he's had 2 consecutive wins in this set.
Well, you're using the right terminology, claw back, because he is the lion.
Another part of Alex Pagulayan I really admire is not just his cheerful disposition, but the fact that he's still a student, even though he's one of the top players in the game. He's always trying to learn. He's kind of, I don't think he has necessarily a big ego. I think he does have a lot of confidence.
He doesn't have a big ego, and he is learning. And he's a good learner. Eight in the side. Where are you, one? There you are.
Couple balls went in. He's going to get a shot.
I'm going to tell you, this match is not over.
One thing to be mindful of, too, is that you're never going to win a major title like this and not be tested. If you cannot come back from this type of a deficit once in a while, you're never going to be a big champion. There are some players that just lay down and die at this point, and they physically don't quit the match, but mentally they quit the match and just
But
go
they're
through the
not
motions.
champions.
And they're not champions, right? And I agree.
Going one rail. Doing it nicely. Yeah, he's okay here.
Yeah, I think he's going to play position for the side pocket on the 6. He'll go right through the center of the table.
Good speed.
Man, I'll say. He put it in there just perfect. His positive outlook, too. Good things happen to Alex Pagulayan. You know, when you look back over the years, the tournaments he's won, the matches he's won, he just exudes positivity, and it's just like good things happen to people like that.
He beat Mike Duchesne twice to win the one pocket tournament.
Oh, I never saw one pocket played so well. I mean, it didn't matter what you did. He was just, once he made one tough shot, he took care of everything else with insurance.
He guided the cue ball perfectly.
It was the angles he played. There was never a time where he was exposed to risk beyond the first shot. I watched that entire match. Well, I watched the entire tournament.
Well, he's getting the bounce right now in his step. I think he feels like he can win now. I'm sorry, Mark. I interrupted you.
No, you're right. That's a good point to make, too.
Yeah.
This would be his first break and run out of the match. No problem there as he glides the 10 ball right into the middle of the pocket. 9-4 is now our score. Yeah, you just have to view this as this is an opportunity to do something special. In no sense languishing over the circumstances that you're faced with. You're going to be tested in these events. You're going to face adversity. You're not going wire to wire easily. So just practice up for that. Kazakis has definitely been notified that his opponent is not quitting.
This is rack 42. Now that's the line, breaking. It goes 94.
Here we go. 9-4 is the score. This is a dry break. It is.
Yeah, he needs some runouts from the break. He didn't leave a shot here.
This is actually a delicate play for Ken Schumann, our referee. He's got 2 balls in the way of the Accu-Rack. Kazakis said that he could wait for a little while. He's probably going to break it out anyway. Another good safety play. Alex has to earn every opportunity here. There's not been many unforced errors.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't leave much here.
No, he didn't turn out as poorly as it could have, but it certainly.
He can't go 3 rails because there's a lot of balls in the path of the 3 rails.
Right. And then you're going 3 rails to nothing anyway. There's not a shot for the 2 going
Got
3
to play
rails.
safe.
Looks like he's opting to go for distance. Try to get the cue ball down table behind the 5 and 10. This will
He
dislodge
got him fair and square.
Oh boy, that's a.
And look at the Accu-Rack deflected the ball. You got to get that out of there. You see how it deflected the ball?
Well, that's a crippling blow there. Now he's opened up the 5 and 10. Looks like likely he's going to get ball in hand.
Yeah, tough hit.
Mm-hmm. Alex is going to take an intentional foul here. Put the 7 on top of the 5 and 10. I approve.
I hope so.
I approve. That's a good judgment. Look at that hit.
Beautiful.
Look at, poor Ken Schumann's hating it. He is hating it. Look at, he's got so much
Look at
trouble
Kenny.
trying to get that off of there.
You better.
Please don't do this to me.
All 3 balls are on the Accu-Rack.
I don't know if he has enough ball markers to do all that. It is a fairly interesting layout too, because it's negotiable. Everything, if you get, they all have a pocket to go to. If you get the right place, you have to play exactly the right angles. First step will be the 4 to the 5.
Well, the way he got here, it's going to be tough to get to the 5.
Well, I don't think it's too bad. I think he can get there. He just wants the cue ball to go to his left right now, just a little bit. He'll follow it ahead, bounce off the long rail. Straight topspin. Let's work the cue ball closer. That's what he didn't want to have happen. Now he can't get
He's
to the
over
bottom
the
of the
top.
ball, and now it's true what you said. It will be tough. If it stops just a ball width short of that, he could draw over and play the 5.
Well, I think the 5 goes in the side.
Yeah, if he can get there, but he's jacked up, and it looks like he might have to use topspin.
That's the angle he's going.
All ball fouls, everybody. Don't be mindful of that. Well, he's going to be able to draw a little bit here. What a nice shot that was.
If he didn't scratch.
You know how you take the scratch out of that shot, Danny? You remember? You try to scratch. It almost never happens.
Please. Please.
I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course you are.
But it does seem like it's true. If you sat there and tried to scratch on that shot, you just
Well, I
about
hope
couldn't do it.
nothing is wrong because of the Accu-Rack here.
He might bump the 10 here too with the
Yeah,
shot. Yeah,
he did.
that helps a lot.
Okay, can you get that out of there now?
And that's a gracious play to help Ken Schumann.
Slide it back. Good. There, they helped Ken that time.
Right, right.
Where you going, cue ball? Yeah, he didn't want to get here.
Yeah, he overshot the target quite a little bit there. He could have stopped 3 feet short of this and been much better off.
I think now he's going to have to take a long shot on the 8.
I think he's going to have to back cut this and take whatever shot on the 8 he gets. Oh, yeah, there's a couple of scratches in this shot possibly. And then trying to get the cue ball close to the 8 will be tough. He'd have to drop off the end rail and bounce back towards the 8. That's what he's looking at now, where he's placing his hand. He may end up playing a safe or banking this ball.
No, we're
across
going
corner.
to the end rail.
Well, right. Well, he's queuing up as if he's going to cut at it.
Well, might be playing safe behind the 8 and 9. He's cutting it backwards.
Yeah. Overcutting it backwards.
Yeah. Where are you, 9 ball?
No, he came out of it okay
So far.
so far.
He's looking to see if he's got an edge to hit, but I don't think so. He's going to hit it kicking. Tell you, nobody's leaving the arena.
No. No, if Alex wins this game, the score would be 9-5, but it would feel closer than that. Alex Pagulayan, I'm talking about.
Wow.
He tried to cut it in.
I don't know what he tried, but he didn't have to do that. But Pagulayan's not feeling bad about it. He's looking up at the sky. Whenever your opponent starts looking at the ceiling, he's feeling the heat.
Mm-hmm.
Good shot.
Yeah, pretty little shot. Come right on around. He's using the bridge. Yeah, he didn't have the bridge pinned to the table like you generally see.
Right.
And as the 10 ball hits the pocket, 9-5 is our score. Pagulayan definitely showing some momentum now with 3 consecutive wins.
He's won 5 in a row.
5 in a row. No, was it? Was it? What, 9? Yeah, it was 9-0, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
There's the rack track.
Well, 4 in a row. And won 1, lost 1, then
Oh,
won
yeah.
4 in a row.
He was losing 9-1.
Rack number 15, Alex Lyon breaks, is 9-5.
Four and 8, right behind the 1 ball. Scratch in the side.
Oh, that's a bad time to
That
do
is-
that.
Yeah.
There goes your momentum. Kazakis helped Ken. He removed the rack track. Good idea, Kazakis.
Interesting position play coming now. Have to be pretty darn accurate.
Yeah, but everything is open.
Yeah, no, it's close to his work. You're just saying there's a line of balls out there that could be a problem if you miss-hit the 2 a little bit. Not enough that it doesn't fall in the pocket, but enough that it impedes the cue ball's direction. It's trying to go all the way.
Watch out. Watch out, Ten Ball. He's snookered himself. Funny things are happening. Shoot, Kazakis, it's not going to move now.
He's smiling. He's aware.
But it's not a good smile.
No.
It's a fake smile.
That worked out well.
Yeah. Yeah. So far.
So far, that worked out very well. Nice kick. Solid impact. Well played. Hit the proper side of the 3. Typical of a person that grew up playing a lot of rotation.
Well, he can hit this 3. I don't know if he can make it, but he can hit it.
Great
Good
shot.
speed.
Yet again, denying Pagulayan much of an opportunity to come to the table. That's been really the story of this entire match, was that Kazakis has performed very few unforced errors. Made Pagulayan fight hard for his offensive innings.
Well, the scratch on the break hurt. Good hit.
Hit it right on the old bean right there.
Well, Kazakis got another chance to run the balls.
Mike Leak to the tournament desk, please. Mike Leak to the tournament desk.
Well, if Kazakis doesn't get out here, I predict he'll lose the match.
Well, he's measuring the angle here as he exhausts his 40 seconds and goes to his shot extension.
Wow, he trickled that in and he went further away. Not good, and he doesn't feel good about it.
Okay, players, if you have a 5:30 match and your table is not available, if you both come up here, we do have tables for reassignment, but we need both players to do a table reassignment.
He's going to have to come with some firepower now. This is where the 5x10 takes its toll. Very good shot.
Good shot under the circumstances.
Yep.
Sean King to the tournament desk, please. Sean King to the tournament desk.
Good speed. Very good speed.
Yeah, he got in a very nice spot now. Now it's just a matter of any mental letdown. If you can deny that.
I don't think you roll this in. I think you go 2 rails to the 9, the same pocket. That's what he did.
Yeah, good shot.
Good speed.
And good speed, too.
Cody Kazarian to the tournament desk, please. Cody Kazarian to the tournament desk.
All the way back over, release from the cushion, straight in on the 10. This 10 ball awards
He got to the hill.
Kazakis 10 games. 10-5 is our score now. And I think what you said, given the circumstance with momentum and everything, that was an important rack to win. You wouldn't think leading 9-5 that it's a pivotal rack, but I think that might have been a super important moment there.
Psychologically, it sure was.
Yeah. Kazakis has got 5 break and runouts thus far in the match. So out of the 10 wins that he has, 5 came by virtue of break and runout, and he could have had a 6th. And right now, Pagulayan's got to hope to get back to the table one more time.
You know what that means? It's even money that he breaks and runs out.
Yeah, you saw it.
On the hill.
He broke and ran 4 consecutive early in the match. And he was getting a shot. He was making balls and getting a shot. That's the trick to this. There's so much randomness to it. A little bit of luck has to happen. Seven and 8, right behind the 1 ball. Those are the ones find the side pocket most often. Looks like the 7 balls en route. Got hit the point. It's going to be a dry break. 3, 6, 9. No, he made a ball.
He's got a shot.
And has a shot. The 2 and the 3 are near pockets. Yeah, this is pretty much just ball pocketing here.
Yeah, you're right.
If he can make this and find himself in good position on the 2, the rest of the rack plays pretty straightforward. Good shot. Did not wiggle on the way home. Got the shot that he needed on the 2. Now it's concentration time. That wasn't a great shot, was it, Danny? I don't think so. It's awkward to reach. You're not going to be able to get close to the
I
four.
was thinking, keep your extension on.
I thought he needed to, make sure he got to the long rail over there so he could come around the table, but he fell well short. Have to use a bridge here.
Now, he can only go one rail forward. I wouldn't go anywhere around backward.
Yeah, you'd have to cheat the pocket with a bridge, and right now this is just cinch the 3 and cinch position, even if it's long.
Extension.
Scott Evans to the turn contestant. Scott Evans to the turn contestant.
Well, he don't know how to use the bridge. You could lay the bridge down. You don't have to be straight in on everything.
Well, that was a good shot.
Yeah.
Very, very
because
productive.
It was pretty easy.
Well, and it got him much closer to the 4 than I thought was available.
Being right-handed, this is good.
Yeah. And he got himself right back in line with that shot. Looking like he wants to hit the full part of the pocket and not go to a rail here. Just use draw.
Good shot.
Yeah, good decision too. Nice pre-shot routine, locks in on the 5. Once again, a little bit of draw. Ooh, moved
he
his
trickled
body.
that in.
Yeah.
He's been jumping up a little bit on the end of the stroke.
Yeah. A little short.
He's okay. It's short, but he can go 2 rails to the 9.
Scott Evans to the turn contestant, please. Scott Evans to the turn contestant.
Oh, great shot. Get around the 9 without bumping it.
He can't reach again. Yeah, he's feeling good right now.
I would say. Great victory there, Alex Kazakis over Alex Pagulayan, 11-5.
Pretty good TPA, too.
Yeah, nice performance. He'll meet Carl Boyes tomorrow, semifinal round. All right, yet another rendition of world-class pool brought to you by Accu-Stats. On behalf of Mark Wilson, Danny DiLiberto, that's our time for this time. Until next time, so long.